Firstly, I have to apologize for advocating awakening and enlightenment, which is just another experience, albeit, yes. What is the message here? Forget enlightenment, forget awakening. Find yourself. And whatever comes from this seeking out and this diamond, this beautiful jewel that you're searching for within you, that exists as you within you. When you find this self, you see, whatever happens after that is not in your hands, you see. It's not in your hands. You don't have to seek enlightenment. Some sort of enlightenment will be conveyed. And you will be blown away and you will not return as this person. And that's end of, you see. Forget about enlightenment and awakening and all these consciousness experience and meditation. How do you find yourself, you see? How can I inquire and find myself? Whatever comes from your true self comes through your body. The original you, the point where, and Stephen Hawking said something very, very, very profound recently, that this whole Big Bang came from a pinprick. Now, what about this pinprick? Some one pinprick, galaxies and universes can come from. And you just have to look at yourself, your own body. From one pinprick, this hand surfaced. Yeah, this head surfaced. Wow. Your pinprick is within you. See? Okay? I accept what Mr. Hawkins says. He is an amazing, amazing. But what about before Big Bang, I say? You were also a pinprick. You see? And the Big Bang pinprick appeared from the pinprick. The ultimate pinprick between consciousness and I. You see, before darkness, before even what they speak about, before the universe, Big Bang explosion, they say it was darkness beyond darkness. Before this darkness, what was before the darkness, you see? How many beyonds is there? You, everything that comes from you, whether it's a thought, whether it's a breath, or whether it's a simple pain, find out where it comes into your body from. No clues. Follow the thoughts. Follow the breath. You see, it's not the in and out breath, because the mind will say, yes, it's coming in through your mouth, it's going through your lungs, and it's coming back out through your mouth again. Okay? The space between the breaths, the space between the thoughts is coming from the pinprick, because the breath has to be born. In breath and out breath has to be born. See? From the space. The thoughts have to be born from the space. The mind has to be born from the space. The body has to be born from the space. Before this body, there was an egg. Before this egg, there was a sperm. Where did the sperm come from, you see? Yeah? No, don't look up your living and growing manuals, you know. It's nothing to do with sperm and egg, you see. What I'm saying is, Papaji used to say that the whole, a particular type of seed, I can't remember, on his hand, the whole world come from that seed. So, where is your seed, you see? It's not an actual thing. It's not actually in your body. It is within the core of your body that goes beyond and beyond and beyond, right up to your true self. Your umbilical cord is a simple, simple connecting point. It doesn't go for miles and miles, that is within you. Your world is within you. You are within your world, you see. But your world is also within you. And then on and on. Now I'm preaching again. Find yourself, you see. So what happens, you see? What happens after all this revelational Christ experience, God experience, Christ consciousness, transcendental consciousness, all these consciousness experiences? You see, consciousness comes from this pinprick. The whole of consciousness, which is God's consciousness, is infinite. It stretches, boundless. But it starts from this pinprick. And you also started from this pinprick. And you are there now, you see. We are there now. The maple that was within has zillions and zillions of threads. And you are one, you see. And at the end of the thread is this body, a puppet. Go within the puppet, follow your thread, and it doesn't take long. 1 second. And you're home. So what happens after all this, you see, for this one? You see, I now live my life now. I have no, what's the word, expectations. I don't mind if no one awakens or becomes enlightened. I just want everyone to experience love in a simple state, a human state. So compassion and kindness is very important. And I now live by what, and again, Papaji, I have to recite his words, said once when a man said in his satsang hall, how can mankind, what can we do to make mankind great and at peace? What can we do for mankind, you see? And Papaji simply says, when everyone becomes kind man. Very simple and profound. So that is how the outcome, you see, when you overcome this whole play, this divine play of love, and you realize that everyone is this pinprick, that beyond this pinprick, what is that, you see? What is beyond this tiny pinprick? The mystery of life. The mystery that we don't know anything about. And you really don't want to know anything, because it's going to be absolute wondrous glory for those who return to this place within. Don't worry if you can't practice that, you see. It may be in your last breath in the body, something you awaken, you see. It's never not over, you see. Time is a real hoax into saying you have to do it now so that you can experience so many good years before you go out. No, it doesn't matter if it's the last breath. If you are suffering the whole life and the last breath says, you know what, I've had enough. Time goes and everything instantly in heaven. You don't know who is here experiencing in a body, and who is here experiencing before body, and who is here experiencing as body passes, and who is here experiencing beyond body. It all goes on, you see. This is just a stage. This is primary 2, you see. We've right up to secondary school to go once this body goes. I spend my life like Muji's video, King and Cleaning Boy. You must watch this video. It's such a profound, beautiful video, and the great master is very, very touched by the story, you see, about the cleaning boy, the king and the cleaning boy. I live my life now as the king, not in riches, definitely not in riches, definitely not in success or glory or power or status. I go every morning, I waken up in a body and I say, wow, what's going to happen today? And it happens. Work may take place. Physical work. I may be a slave one day. Most days I'm a slave. But it's fine. Because the most important part of the day is in the king's role. And if you watch the cleaning boy story, you'll see what the king does at the end of the day. That is the most important part of the day, you see. The beginning, when you waken and you say, let's see what's going to happen. And at the end, watch the video. Very important. The end of your day is very important. So now I'm just a normal guy. A guy. Back to being a guy again, you see. A person, a man. Knowing that I am neither man nor woman. I am neither form nor formlessness. I am neither this nor that. I am simply appearing as this state. And beyond this state, I am simply consciousness and I interacting. And when this body state goes, I don't know which one will continue, consciousness or beyond. I. Namaste.